Just look at this cheap shot. A sneaky rat sucker punched his opponent after losing the fight, and for that, Dana White kicked him out of the UFC on the spot.
This is probably the dumbest move I've ever seen. Everyone says he's the best fighter outside of weight classes, but I will never allow him to fight in our league again, period.
That was the end of Paul Semtex Daly's UFC career. A ferocious English striker, one of the most explosive punchers in the welterweight division, he had devastating knockout power, a lethal left hook, and a reputation for wild brawls. But his hot temper cost him his place in the biggest promotion. Still, even after being fired, Daly kept winning in other promotions, knocking opponents out cold. He was a nightmare in stand-up exchanges, a ticking time bomb with knockout potential. Yet fans were waiting for someone to put him in his place, and that moment came. His next big challenge was Nick Diaz, the Strikeforce champion, a relentless pressure fighter with insane cardio and legendary toughness. Unlike many, Diaz didn't fear getting hit. He thrived in wild exchanges and broke opponents down with volume and endurance. A black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Cesar Gracie, he was just as dangerous on the ground, with a submission arsenal to back up his striking. A fight that became legendary. Their rivalry wasn't just hype. Diaz irritated Daly with his cocky attitude, while the Brit vowed to knock him out in their very first exchange. And he almost did. As soon as the fight started, Daly exploded with a flurry of wild strikes, giving Diaz no time to adjust. A vicious right hook landed clean and dropped Diaz to the canvas. The crowd gasped. Daly rushed in to finish, landing an illegal shot to the back of the head and almost kicking a downed opponent. Under normal circumstances, this could have been the end. But Nick Diaz, in his prime, was a different kind of beast. He wasn't going down that easily. Not only did he survive the knockdown, but he came back stronger. Diaz cranked up the pace to an insane level, smothering Daly with relentless strikes, forcing him to fight at full throttle. By the end of round one, Daly was exhausted, and Diaz saw his moment. Swarming him with a barrage of punches, he forced the referee to step in and stop the fight. This fight became one of the most thrilling comebacks in Strikeforce history.